out there. Welcome to Thrive Yoga and Wellness and this morning's 10 a.m. HIIT yoga class. Since most of the people are already in child's pose, let's get started in a child's pose position. And let's do, even though that you guys are all knees wide, we'll hang out here at knees wide for just a moment, pressing those hips back to your heels. And bring your hands forward. Since we're trying to stretch out and warm up, let's activate the hands, pressing the hands into the mat, engaging those lats and shoulders so the elbows come up off the mat. Now, pretend you're starting to pull that mat closer to you, so it's pulling the shoulders down and away from the ears, activating even more so those shoulders. Good isometric stretch and burn, warm up. All right, now we're going to take those hands over towards the right and get a good stretch on the left side body. Trying to keep your shoulders square if you can, and those hips back. In yoga, we like to practice ujjayi breathing. So that's inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. That's what builds your internal fire, your Agni. Agni purifies us, right? Fire is a purifier. Inhale, bring those hands forward. And then on the exhale, take them to the other side. Keep those hips back, trying to keep those shoulders square. Beautiful job here, guys. On your next inhale, let's bring it forward. And then we're going to come up to our tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then before we get moving with cat-cows, let's just examine what's going on in the belly and the back. So if you've got a big soup bowl dumping forward, tilt the tailbone down. We want to have the back straight. Make some space maybe between the shoulder blades. And so before we get moving with the spinal balance, let's do serratus push-ups. You can stay right here in tabletop, squeeze the shoulder blades together and push them apart. Squeeze them together and push them apart. Or if you want to juice it up, you walk your knees back further, and then that gets more weight. This is just warming up the shoulders. Why don't you do child's pose and then pull the hands over to the side to stretch out the side body instead of these? We were going to do these upper body things at first. All right. Let's do 3 more serratus push-ups. Your elbows really aren't bending. This is all happening in between the shoulder blades. This is exercises to help stabilize the shoulders. Shoulders take a lot of wear and tear in yoga. Now we're going to take our knees back underneath our hips if you slid them back. Take your right foot out back behind you, a little bit of spinal balance. And then take your left hand, check in with your hips. Make sure your hips are square. And then lift the right foot, keeping those hips square, keeping the belly in, and take the left hand out. So spinal balance. If you're feeling really froggy, you can do this in a push-up position. Yeah. All right. From here, we're going to take the right foot out to the right. Bring it back. Right. Back. Here's 3. 5 more. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Now take that right foot around behind the left. Bring the right knee behind the left knee. Sit back as far as it feels good to you. You should feel this a nice stretch on the outside of that right butt cheek. If this isn't doing much for you, you can do Gomukhasana. Right hand back and reach around trying to grab the left. You guys have some really open IT bands. Impressive. Breathing here. Good. One more breath. Nice. Let's come back. And then we're going to do that to the other side. Left foot back. Right hand along the waist, the hips. Shoot that left foot out just and lift it up only as high as you can keep the hips square. What wants to happen is the left hip wants to get all cattywampus. Keep the tailbone down, hips in neutral position, and shoot that right hand out. Spinal balance. This builds stability in the core, hips, and shoulders. Soften those left elbows. Now let's take it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that left knee behind the right knee, pushing it back here, and you can enjoy a nice stretch along the, man, this feels delicious for me just being right here. But if you want, this isn't doing much for you, come all the way up and do your Gomukhasana. Right knee on top, right arm up. Maybe you can grab hands behind you. If that's not happening, take that left hand to the outside of that right elbow and push it up. Sort of warming up, sort of just stretching. I promise we'll get moving in a minute. All right, coming back here to your tabletop. Now we're going to build onto our tabletop and start to get onto our hands and knees. So shoot that right hand, or off of our hands and knees. Right foot back. So now we're going to take the right foot and try to bring it up in line with the right hand. So it's like a big glute workout, hip opener. Forward, back, forward. See how high you can lift your foot on the way over. Y'all feeling that in the butt? We're just going to do 5. Here's 4. Last one, bring it all the way up. Set it down on the outside of that right hand. And enjoy a nice little dragon stretch. If you want, you can twist out this little dragon stretch, bringing the left hand down, right hand up. If that's too much on the shoulder, you can just hang out here in dragon. And if you're feeling super froggy, you can grab the left foot. Nice. Warming it up. From here, plant the right hand down. Slide that left foot over towards the left. Pick up that right foot, big swoop over. Here we are in our side plank. Now you can hang out here in side plank, or you can get the glutes involved more, lifting that right leg. Turn the toes up a little bit and then turn them down. See which one feels different. And then maybe you play with holding the side plank, right leg up, or you can raise and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, plant the hands down, plant the knees down. Child's pose if you need it, cat-cow if you need it. Letting the booty be relaxed. So, y'all can still talk as normal. The mic doesn't pick up anything else. It only picks me up. All right, we ready for the other side? Extend that left leg out. You're going to make sure those hips stay square. A lot of times we dump into the low back and let the belly out. So draw that belly button to spine. It's going to keep the hips neutral. Pick up that left foot. Now, we can have that right arm up if you want, or you can keep both hands down to the ground. We're going to bring it up and around toward the left hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, squeezing the booty. Last one, set it up there. Enjoy your dragon pose. You can sink into those hips if you want to. I'm not doing that today. Nursing some getting old things. This is so quiet. It's unusual. You can twist it out here if you want to. The physical therapist told me to record a class so she can see what I'm doing, and I thought, well, if I'm going to, I'm going to double duty it. All right, coming out of this, swoop that right foot over towards the right. That's going to help you to transition to your side plank. You don't have to keep your bottom knee on the ground, but I'm doing it. So pick up that left foot, shoot it back to the side. You can bring that left hand up into the air, leave that left foot on the ground, or you can raise it up. And then play with what it feels like to raise and lower your toes. That gets your glutes involved a little differently. And you can leave it flat, you can leave it pointed up or pointed down, your choice. We did 8 of these, didn't we? Okay, we're doing 8 more. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead, ground the hand down, ground the knee down. Chaturanga, so you can stay here on your knees or just come all the way down to your belly. Slow count of 5, 4, all the way to your belly. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Plug the toes into the mat. Let's do a little bitty back bend at first. So little to no weight in the hands. Squeeze those elbows in. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Y'all ready to juice it up a little bit more? Lift the legs up. Try to channel your inner little mermaid. Okay. Bring those hands up off the ground. Move the water bottle. And then when you're ready, we're going to take our hands out wide to a T. And then bring them back to almost touch. Wide to a T, back, T, back. Here's That was 4, right? We're going to do one more because I can't count. Then shoot those hands forward, airplane pose. Now we're going to, or Superman pose. Now we're going to pretend that we're swimming. So push those hands back all the way. Now really isometrically squeeze the triceps as you go back. Forward and then back. See if you can lift the heels up. Forward, back. 2 more. Forward, back. Last one. Forward, back. Hold it. Maybe pulse the thumbs together for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Windshield wiper those legs. Oh, nice. Now this is for Marcia and for everybody because everybody loves a good shoulder stretch. Push yourself up to a tabletop position. And then you can go back into child's pose if you like, or you can kind of stay with your bottom up in the air. Slowly bring those left hands through, stretching out the shoulder. You can be in a child's pose if you want, or you can have your bottom up in the air. And then play with what your hand is doing. Palm up is a little easier. Palm down is a little different sensation. You can play with where your hand is, raising it and lowering it towards the hip or towards the right palm. Sliding it, I guess, not raising and lowering. Whichever one, you're just seeking to find a thing that wants to stretch. And if it all feels the same, then hang out here and breathe for 2 more. Is this okay, Marcia? 1 more. Nice. Coming on out of this. Let's do that on the other side. Getting the heart rates down a little bit. This time, right ear to the ground. You can do palm up, palm down, sliding the hands forward and backwards. Just look for the place that you feel like is talking to you. It is impressive how much hair I use every single time I teach. It's like, and I know it's mine because it's curly and half of it's black and the other half is gray. Oh, I'm embarrassed. We tried to color our hair purple this weekend, everybody in the family, and it didn't really work. Bringing those hands back. You ready to get moving? And then coming to your plank pose. We nice and warm? Slide those hands, walking them towards the feet. Soften the knees a whole bunch. Really enjoy the stretch. Here, the knees soft helps to relax the low back a little bit more. So even if your hamstrings are nice and open and you can do them with straight legs, feel the difference in the sensation with your knees bent. Keep your belly in, push down with your big toes, and slowly roll up 1 vertebra at a time. We're not going to do too many chaturangas today. You're welcome. But what we are going to do before we get moving is, I think we did these last week, the starfish planks. So you don't have to do this. You can come out and do either shoulder stability, child's pose. You don't want to do that. You can do maybe, that's still going to hurt your planks with your forearms, but if that hurts your shoulders, don't do that. You can also do core. So let's take your feet out wide. You'll remember starfish planks? We're going to go out and then end up on the ground like this, right? So inhaling, say a little prayer. Let's try to just go for 5, and we're going to hold the starfish for a breath. If you're feeling really froggy, hold it for 5 breaths. You ready? Inhaling here. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands out. Come to your star plank, holding it. Y'all doing good? Oh, this looks really easy for you. So if you're feeling really froggy, maybe you do a wide arm push-up. Holy mackerel, you guys are strong. Walk it back. That was 1. Coming all the way up. Reach those hands up high. And then let's do it again. We've got 4 more. Walk those hands out. Hold your star plank. You can hold the star plank if you like. Wide arm push up. And then walk yourself back. Beast mode today. Rolling yourself up. Be compassionate to the low back. And then that's 2. Let's go down again. I need to bring the camera in all the time. It's like the best behaved yogis ever. Rolling your way up. Reach up. We got 2 more. If I'm going faster than you, that's okay. Man, look at these shoulder muscles. Coming on up. Y'all are impressive, ladies. Last one. We're going to get out here and hold it. Hold your starship. Or not starship. Why am I thinking that? Like Star Jefferson Airplane came into my mind too. Weird. Okay, so holding your star plank, using your knees at any time if you like. Plant the left foot in and solidify those hips. The hips are going to want to get cattywampus. Try to pick up the right foot, but keep the hips square. Holy core city, set it down. Solidify those hips again. Lift up the right foot. Set it down. Lift up the right hand. Yeah. Set it down. Lift up the left hand. Holy moly, beast mode. Come on, bring your knees to the ground. Take your chaturanga if you want, or if you want to do the full chaturanga, you can. Or if you just want to go to child's pose, you can. Or you can do downward facing dog. I'll meet everybody in child's pose or downward facing dog, where we will catch our breath for 3. Is that okay? Do you like the star planks? They're okay? That's probably going to be on the Wednesday. Make room for turkey. And I'm trying to figure out if there's a way. Y'all want to try? Well, no, we won't do it today. When Marsha's better, we'll try. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to star plank to side plank. Star plank to side plank. That's what I'm thinking we might add to the Wednesday, because Wednesday's all about core. So I'm trying to figure that one out and see if it's going to work. So that one might just be busted out on them. Y'all ready? Keep going. All right. Inhaling, downward facing dog. Heels reaching for the ground. Belly button's in. Gazes towards your belly button, maybe in between your thighs. And now we're going to walk our hands back to the feet again. You know what happens when we can't do as many chaturangas, Marsha? Means more chairs. Yeah. All right. Rolling yourself up one vertebra at a time. All right. So no chaturangas, but what we're going to practice doing is moving our weight from the back of the mat to the front of the mat with control. But first, let's do a tree pose. So left foot is going to come kickstand, calf, or high onto the inner thigh. Now, you want to try to keep your hips square. A lot of times you'll see people with their hips all cattywampus. That's not great for your low back and your sacrum. It can get a lot of compression here on the standing side. Moving your hands around however you want. Keep the belly in. That's going to be the key to your balance. So we've got really strong trees right now. Go ahead, take that left knee out to the front and hold it. You can have straight left, a bit left knee, or straight left leg. For 5, lift it up a little more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, bending that left knee, we're going to set it down at the top of the mat in crescent lunge. The quietest one wins. We're all winners here, but we're going to try to go with control. Setting it down, crescent lunge. That's hard, right? We just want to jump it down. Here we are in a nice crescent lunge. I meant to do this with the other side. I did this morning in my own practice. So we're being bad yogis and going with the left side first. Let's do this. Hover that right knee down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to bring that right foot up to meet the left into chair pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing it all the way down, forward fold. I was going to keep us in chair, but I thought of you, Marsha. This one's for you, babe. All right, soften in the knees. Let's go ahead and roll ourselves up. We're going to do that exact same movement, but try to do it backwards this time. So, picking up that right knee. It can be straight. Isn't it the right knee that yeah. Or bent. Now we're going to shoot it back, airplane pose. Right foot's really active. Soften that left knee a whole bunch, so much so that your right foot comes to the ground. Crescent lunge. Hard, right? That was good. Good job, ladies. Okay, not so easy thing to do. Suck in the bellies. Hands to your heart center is going to be a little easier. If your hands are up, you can kind of pull down on imaginary ropes to help you do this at the back of the mat. We never go backwards in big steps. That's hard, right? Yeah. Okay, let's do that on the other side. Right foot, tree pose. So that's kind of the base of what we're working with today. Is that okay? Not too many chaturangas, but a whole bunch of core keeping us steady and glutes helping us balance. So tree in whatever form you would like. Core is in, tailbone's down, trying to keep our hips facing forward and not all cattywampus. Let's bring that right knee forward. You can have a bent right knee or a straight right leg. Energy out through the toes. People are always like, is your toe pointed or flexed? Manju actually says your feet are relaxed. Nothing can be relaxed in this balancing leg, right? Okay, slow and control. I'll meet you in crescent lunge at the front. That was not nearly as controlled as the other one, I felt like. All right, you ready? Let's hover for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping that right knee bent. I'll meet you in chair. Nice. 5, 4, sitting low. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, flush this out with a nice forward fold. Sorry. You could say fans. My toes and hands are still frozen, if that counts for anything. Doesn't, I know. Okay, rolling yourself up one vertebra at a time. Let's take this to the back of the mat. So, inhaling here, we're going to shift that left foot back into airplane. Your hands can be back here or at your heart center. If you want to do Warrior 3, you can. Warrior 3, hands out in the front might actually help you as you bend that right knee really slowly. Bend it so much that the left toes come to the ground. Crescent lunge. Good job. Big step to the back. Mountain pose. Y'all, that okay? You want to build onto it? Okay, are you okay with doing the right side again, or do you want to just do the whole day backwards, left then right? I don't want to mess up digestion. Okay, so let's do it. Then let's do it balancing on the left foot, because otherwise I'm a really bad yogi. Coming back to your tree pose. Holding it here, belly in. If you want to challenge yourself with tree pose, close your eyes. Nobody's doing it. Nobody closed. Oh, we got one eye closed. All right, bringing that right knee forward. And then maybe you extend that right leg out and you grab the right big toe. Atita Hasta Padangustasana. Hand at the left hip can help you to stabilize things. Open it up to the side. Maybe you look towards the left. Belly in. Good breath. Bringing it forward again. Woo. All right. Now take that left hand to the outside of the right foot. Dancing Shiva. We've been on this left foot for a long time now. Letting it go. Slowly with control, come to your crescent lunge. That's hard. We talked about the dancing Shiva thing, didn't we, last week? Oh, really? Yeah! Okay. So Shiva does a dance in the underworld in fire. And actually, that's what Nadajarasana is what is it, a personification of that. So y'all got me talking. I forgot what we were doing. Let's hover that left knee down. Okay, hover it down for 3, 2, 1. Big step forward, belly in, chair pose. Now, hands to your heart center. Remember, no cheerleader bottoms. Tuck the tailbone down. Left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Try to bring your thumbs back to your chest. Now, look down at your toes. Try to get them in line. Knees, try to get them in line. Sit down in a really low chair. Now, instead of taking our left foot back, we're going to take our left foot out to the side and tap it for 8. 8, and then back to chair. 7, keep that right knee bent. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, y'all love this. 1, come back to chair. Whoa. And then forward fold or malasana. I was going to keep going, but we'll do that next time. That's a butt killer, isn't it? Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you can hear us. It's good to see you, Deborah. And who else did I see? Brittany, Anna, and Diana. Yay! Thanks for coming. Okay, y'all ready to keep going? All I need is one. All right, here we are in chair. I thought more people would do Malasana squat, so I had this whole thing planned. Go ahead, bring your hands to your heart center. Bend that right knee a whole bunch. Shift that left foot back into airplane pose. We got to end up at the back of the mat eventually. Bend that right knee. Bend it a little more till the left toes barely touch. Transitioning to crescent. And then big step back. Samasthiti. Who needs chaturangas? Ugh. Y'all ready? Other side. Tree pose. No way. Your bottoms are going to love it. Tomorrow your bottoms are going to be like, Urgh. And they will appreciate all of the work. Something like that. All right. Catch your breath. We good to go? Extend that left knee forward. Remember, you can hold on to your left knee or you can grab your left big toe. Extended hand to big toe pose. You try to grab it with your peace fingers and have your thumb touching the fingers. There's an energetic thing for that, but if you can't do it today, that's okay. Open up to the side. Snapping helps me balance. I don't know why, but it does. Chest is proud. Good job. Woo, getting windy in here. All right, bring that left foot forward. Take the right hand to the outside of that left foot and the left hand back. Belly's in. Breathing here for 3, 2, 1. Coming back, holding it out. Bend that right knee. Coming into crescent lunge. Yeah. Good. Hover that down a little bit more. Keep the pelvis neutral. A lot of times in this crescent lunge, the booty tends to go out, spilling the soup forward, if you will. Okay, you'll know what's coming. And we love it. Right foot comes into chair. It's so good, especially when we do these toe taps. Hands to your heart center. Right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Bring in the thumbs back to your chest. Look down at your toes. Make sure they're in line. Look down at your knees. You want them in line. Everybody get your bottom down a little lower. This left side is not going to get gypped because it knows what's going on. 8 of those little toe taps to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come back to chair. Do y'all need a break? You want to keep going? We're going to pick up that right foot, shift it back into airplane pose. No break for you. Bend that left knee. Bend it a little more. Coming into your crescent lunge. Beautiful job. One more. And then big step to the back, mountain pose. Nice. You want a little mini break from the legs? Go into your upper body, Malasana. I might not go all the way down. Let me see how it feels. It's not hurting today. We have options: crow pose, headstand. None of the above? Okay. If you've been doing your headstand for a while, I recommend instead of just practicing headstand, let's make it a core activity. So try piking up a few times or egging up and make it be less about just a static hold today, since we're trying to keep up the heat, and be more about core. It's a beginner's way of coming up. Little egg, up, little egg, up. You can pike though. So I would recommend hovering the toes, lifting it halfway, hover, and lifting. It just makes it a little bit more core. Nice, Jennifer. And then if you're feeling really froggy, take the toes out to the side, hover, like piking, instead of piking straight up and down, pike to the side. That gets the side muscles in. Nope, legs together. I mean, you could do wide leg. That's another option. But you're strong enough that you take the toes down together. So pike up. Pike up with both feet at the same time. And then, yep. Oh, you got good homework now. You've got good homework. So here you pike up the center. But that's core work while you're in an inversion. So it just it confuses your brain. And we love core. Are we ready to keep moving? Cindy's like, yep. Okay, we're going to be at the back of the mat. Here we are, Malasana squat. We're going to channel our nonviolent Charlie's Angel guns and come up to half. Since I'm not going to do super deep lunges all the way down, we're just going to do half up. Let's do like 8 of them, you think? So half. If you want, you can go all the way down. Keep your chest proud. Here's 2. Squeeze the butt cheeks. Really squeeze. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, squeeze, 7, 8. Nice. Shake it out. Okay. I was playing with instead of a twisted chair, a way to do your chair here and then just toe tap it out. But I don't know which one would be like more challenging. I kind of feel like the twist added more to it. You think? Okay. Yes. Okay. We're going to build onto that. So from here, we're going to ground down a whole bunch with the left foot. Come into your chair pose. We're going to do like 5,000 chairs. Ooh, no. Let's do dancer's pose because we talked about it. Grab and hold of your right foot. Mama, give me money. Left hand's going to reach up, then forward. Then you're going to kick into your hand. Now, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift, let go of the right hand. Left foot's really bent. Shift it forward into crescent lunge. Good control, ladies. Inhaling here, sink it down low, kick it up, figure 4. Kick it up, sink it low, knee up, figure 4. We're going to do this just 5. Here's crescent lunge for 3. Knee up, extra credit for the abs. Sitting it down is like a booty stretch and a booty workout. That was 4, right? Last one. Holding this figure 4 stretch. Down low. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sending that left foot back. Opening up, warrior 2. 36 minutes into class, we got our first warrior 2. Right elbow down, left hand forward, extended side angle. Try to open up your chest to the blank white wall. Now we have options. Everybody's right knees are bent, right? So we can hold a tray of food out in front and hold your left hand out straight, or you can hold a beach ball like this, whichever one feels better to you. And now we're going to go down and up. Keep that right knee bent. Up, down, up. 2 more, down, up. Last one, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vinyasa, or skip it, yogi's choice. First vinyasa of the day. Always skip vinyasas. Oh, Marsha, don't do it if your shoulder's bothering you. It's okay. Like, not if you're having any symptoms. Catch your breath. Was that okay? Your right leg's really working? I'm used to a little more verbal feedback. Your camera shot. Well, the mic won't pick you guys up. It only picks me up. I appreciate that. I am really, really proud of you guys. I am very proud of you. No way. I love it. I love it. It's funny, I teach other classes, and they're all like, and I'm like, guys, I don't know if this is good or not. I'm used to, like, more complaints or something. I need something. I need a visual or verbal cue. Okay, y'all ready? That's right. I always know where I stand with you. All right, so here we are in tabletop. Come to your downward facing dog. Walk your hands back. Come into a half malasana. Now we're going to kind of be like those the Nutcracker dancers. You'll remember that from, they're like the toy soldiers have the dance a part of the Nutcracker suite. So they're not super fluid, right? They're like wooden soldiers. So you're going to be here, up, here, out. Here, up, here, out. Right? Like we're like the wooden soldiers. So this really isn't super yoga-y. It's just booty-y. How many have we done? This is 4, right? Booty. New term right there. Coming back to your chair. And then coming up. Dancer's pose. This time, holding the left foot, right? Not a Jarasana. Oh. Hold that left hand out. Mama, give me money. Grab that left foot. Try to make the knees kiss each other first. One side is going to be definitely different than the other. Lifting the right hand, kicking to that left hand. Holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Letting go of the left foot, bending the right knee, shifting that left foot forward, crescent lunge. Nice. So that figure 4 pose is a great exercise to open up the piriformis, but it also preps you for the flying pigeon, which we'll do when your shoulder's better. So until then, we'll have our booties nice and open for it and strong. So we got that hover, up, kick forward, figure 4, squat. Remember, the higher up you bring your knee, the more ab work you've got. So maybe hug that knee to your chest. That was 2. Bring that right knee up, figure 4, up. How many did we do? Did we 8 or 3 or 5? We'll do 5. This is 5, right? I'm going to go one more just in case. And hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift that right leg back. Crescent lunge. Then warrior 2. Because we love it. That left butt cheek should be talking to you. That's why we put on the spandex, right? To make our bodies talk in the most wonderful tunes. Extended side angle. So remember, you've got one long line of energy from the outside of that right foot all the way out through your right fingertips. So we're not like bending in our rib cage. Our fingertips are pointing up to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Pull the shoulder back and away from the ear. Now remember, we can hold that tray of food or hold the beach ball. Did we do 8 or 5 of these? Let's do 8. For 8, keep that left knee bent. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here because we love it. Then 5-pointed star. Hallelujah. Toes out, heels in. Goddess pose. Belly in, tailbone down, hands are up. So we did that Maori talk. Wasn't that like 2 weeks ago? Where we did like the hula, where we lifted our knee and we went, oh. I did that in the power class, and they were not nearly as into it as the daytime people were. So we won't do that today because apparently that was weird. But we are going to sit down a little lower. I like screaming every now and then. It's kind of fun. Okay, sit down a little lower. Sit down a little lower. Bring your heels up. Chest is proud for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten everything up, and then forward fold. Oh, you guys are so sweet turning, facing me. If you want, you can do skandasanas towards the side, the back and the front of the mat, deep low lunges on either side. Or you can do push-ups, or you can just stretch out here in your inner thighs and your hammies. And if you're doing the skandasanas and you want some core work, Y'all know what I'm about to say. Let's work compression leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hallelujah. Good job. Good try. Let's do that on the other side. Since most people took me up on the compression leg lifts, this is helps to integrate everything, so it helps inversions over time. You ready? Remember, even if your leg doesn't move, but you're telling it to come up, it's still building strength. It still counts. The mental energy counts. All right. Look at those toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hallelujah. We're going to come back up to a separate leg stretching. Turn towards the front. Plant the hands. Take your vinyasa. It wouldn't be a yoga class if we didn't have a triangle pose. So we have one more sequence. Pardon me? You love triangle pose? So many people do not. Or revolve triangle. People hate revolve triangle, and I don't understand that one either. I love revolve triangle. Give me revolve triangle any day over frog pose. All right, you ready? One last sequence, then we'll come down to the mat. Downward facing dog. So we're going to inhale, come into high plank. Holding it here. Puff up that space between the shoulder blades. Now we're going to drop the left knee, pick it up. Drop the right knee, pick it up. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Drop the left knee, spin the left foot out to the left, coming into your side plank on the left. We have options if you want. You can do your crunches, knee to elbow. Knee to elbow for 8. That would be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now, let's just see if we can do this. Plug the left toes into the ground. I didn't practice this today, so this is going to be humorous. Now, right foot up, left fingertips, left middle finger, no hands. Nice, guys. Windmilling those hands down to the mat. Bring the right foot forward. That was cool, right? Like good balance. And then come to your very first Warrior 1. Again, it wouldn't be a yoga class without a Warrior 1. Opening up, Warrior 2. Straighten that right leg. Shift the hips back. Reach the hands forward. Don't lock that right knee as we come into triangle pose. If you want, you can have a block in front of and just to the outside of that right leg. Half moon's a-coming. So, we know what's coming. Look at those right big toes. Tell yourself, I can do this. Soften the right knee. Kick up. Half moon. Maybe you have a block. Maybe you don't. The secret to good balance in half moon is the left foot is pressing into the imaginary wall like you're walking on it Matrix style. Now, we're going to stay here, or we're going to bring right hand to the block for stability. Left knee to right elbow, out. Crunch it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set left foot down beside right. Switch blocks to the other side. Then we're going to transition to Warrior 1 on the left. No chaturangas. You're welcome. Oh, but we have to do our core work. Don't worry, we'll get the core work in. We can't be crooked. Yeah, that's right. Those voices inside my head, they normally stay inside. Opening up. Straighten that left leg. Shift the hips back. Reach the hands forward. Triangle pose on the left. I got all excited about making sure we had triangle pose in here today. So pretend you're between two panes of glass. Right hip on top of left hip. Left knee is softened. And then if your right hand is reaching for the wall behind you. Bring it back up to where your right hand is straight up from your shoulders. Yogis tend to be really mobile, and we look for that stretchy feeling. And let's be honest, we don't really need all that many stretchy feelings. Soften that left knee. Look down at that left big toe. Transitioning into your half moon pose. Ardha Chandrasana. Right foot is pressing into the wall behind you. If you were to bounce a penny off your right butt cheek, it would bounce because it's working so hard. Take that left hand to your block. We got those crunches. 8, 7, 6. Soften that left knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring that right foot back out. Windmill those hands down. Right toe goes to the ground. Right knee goes to the ground. Right heel out towards the right. Transitioning side plank on the right. See, I told you we would do it. Now we have to do those crunches. Lift the left foot. And we're going to bring it in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Y'all want to try the balance again? I'm going to turn and face. So plug those right toes into the mat. That helps me a little bit. If the toes are plugged in, I don't know why. I'm going to lift that left foot up. Come to the fingertips. Come maybe to just the middle finger. Squeeze the butt cheeks. Look at you, balance rock star. Holding it up. Nice. Set everything down. Take your vinyasa. Go to child's pose. Downward facing dog. We are officially down to our mats. I'm going to turn the bright lights off. Sorry if it gets too dark for you guys out in the internet world. Y'all ready for more core? Yeah. Let's get started. Okay. We have blocks. Let's play with core with our blocks. Coming from child's pose. If you're feeling really froggy, you can jump through, or you can just scoot over to the side of your bottom. I saw that. If you're coming from child's pose, you come up to downward facing dog. Then for me, when I first started, I would bend my knees and my bottom down really, really low, because that helped me to get my knees to my chest. Nice. And then once your knees are to your chest, you keep them to your chest and jump through. It's like extra credit. Nice abs. Take your block. It's not Shavasana yet. Actually, that gave me an idea. We might try starfish, hand to foot. I haven't tried that. But first, we're going to squeeze the blocks. I have to squeeze the blocks at first because my hip gets wonky, and the act of squeezing engages more of the muscles, so then my hip doesn't pop. So in between your calves, press those fingertips into the ground. That's going to help you to lift. If you don't need them, then just lift, but lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set it down. Maybe it was very inglorious like that. Now we're going to try circles. You want to? So if you can, you'll be forward. I'm going to lean back because I need to recruit other muscles to help get myself in circles. So leaning back like you're prepping for reverse tabletop. Jennifer knows what we're doing. Squeeze in the blocks. Inhale, tell yourself that you can do this. Lift up. Now we're going to go 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Long body stretch. Hallelujah. Y'all want to try the starfish opposite toe to hand things? I want to try them. I haven't done those. You inspired me, Catherine. So we're going to take the right hand to the left foot and meet it up in the air like somewhere between a boat pose. Inhale, tell yourself you could do this. Lift, lower, lift, low, lift. Let's try to do 5. I think we could do 8, though. Y'all want to do 8? Yes, all I need is 1. Opposite hand to foot gets those obliques. I think I'm on 5. This is 6. Why did I say 8? 7. And 8. Nice. Long body stretch. Hallelujah. Before we lose all of our heat, bring your hands, your heels up, hips width distance apart. Grab hold of your heels. Now, pretend you're in Pilates, and you know how she has you articulate the pelvis? So you're going to bring the tailbone down towards, you're reaching it towards the knees, and then you're 1 vertebra at a time, scoop it back. Just articulating the pelvis really fast, 3 or 4 times. And then when you're ready, with that same rounding through each vertebra, push yourself up into bridge pose, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shimmy your feet a little closer together, holding this bridge, lifting that right leg up, lower, lift, lower. Here's 3, 4, keep the hips up, 5, hover the right leg, out to the side, back, Here's 3, 4, 5, lift it up, set it down, articulating the spine 1 vertebra at a time. Whew. Those are good booty ones, right? We get to do that again. Good thing we don't have 8 legs. All right, rolling that tailbone, coming into your bridge. Make sure you can touch your heels, holding this bridge for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shimmy those feet a little closer together, lifting that left leg up. Try to keep your bottoms up in the air and lower. Lift, lower. That's 2, 3. Squeeze the butt cheeks to get them higher. 4, 5. Hover the legs out to the side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. Set it down. Rolling your way out of here. Happy baby, because it should feel freaking amazing. And if you don't love happy baby, just wind removing pose, knees to your chest. If it removes wind, you're doing it right. All right. Before we come all the way down to the mat, take your legs out long and wide. Grab hold of your big toes. We're going to come into a wide-legged plow pose. So use your core, pull your toes up. Here we are, toes on the mat above our head. Ready? Upavishta Konasana. Roll yourself up, grab your feet, and hover. Try it again. It's so much fun. Pretend you're on the playground with your friends in kindergarten. Isn't this something you would have done as a little kid? Being like, look what I could do. Nice. Okay. All right, if you've got your toes, yes. Let go of them, but hold them up there. Hands in. Right leg down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We got 3 more. This is so much fun, right? Last one. Set them down. Stretch it out. That was the last thing, I swear. Oh, I'm just kidding. No, for real. That's the last. Now, we've worked our bottoms and our hamstrings a lot, so if you want to hang out here in this seated, wide leg seated forward fold, that's fine. Or you can do like a gate pose. I'm going to demonstrate it on the left first. That left elbow comes to the inside of that left foot, reaching around for that. Your left hand's trying to grab your left foot. It's a really good stretch for the outside of your right hip, your left hammy, left butt cheek. Holy mackerel, you guys are awesome. And then what you're working on is having your shoulders in line. This should feel pretty good. In that super stretchy sort of way. You're getting the good stretch along the top part of your hip bones, right? and on your obliques. Come on up. Let's do that to the other side. So my super stiff side. And here's where I stay. So I love, love, love the mythology. I've always loved the different mythology from the different, like, Egyptian mythology. It doesn't matter. So I'm currently on getting into the more Indian Hindu mythology. And I read a cool story about Ganesha, which is one of Shiva's kids. That's a cool story in and of itself. Bring your legs together. Slowly roll yourself back to your back. You can bring your block underneath your hips. Bring your feet straight up in the air, or you could do shoulder stand. And it was a cool way of them explaining why the moon cycles. So Ganesha's this big, like, half elephant, half human. Big fat dude, big dude. And he has a little rat, a little mouse that he rides around on like a horse. And the moon saw Ganesha riding around on the rat. The rat signifies, like, all of the bad stuff about us, because rats are terrible. They're greedy. They hoard so much, all this stuff. So Ganesha is riding him, meaning he's tamed all of our over desires for things or whatever. So the moon saw Ganesha riding the rat around and started laughing at Ganesha for that, because I'm sure it was silly, an elephant riding a mouse or a rat. And then he was cursed for making fun of it, and that's why the moon always cycles. And I thought that was an interesting story. A great reason for the moon to cycle through. When you're ready, go ahead, come into your Shavasana. I've kind of run a little late, and I apologize. If there's something that we didn't do, if we didn't do enough twists, go ahead and get your twist in. Lay down, catch your breath. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you had fun. Maybe you saw what the HIIT yoga was all about, and that you're like, I'm going to try that. So I hope you do. I hope to see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, Julia, I think that's hilarious. Julia Castillo said, I'm going to be sore tomorrow from watching. We hope so, and then you'll try it with us next week.